Bo, Huntingdon, the train attack, the
Mm.
savage train attack that occurred, and the aftermath.
Mm.
Should there be more security on trains? This seems to be the mainstream media narrative that's being pushed around. And I thought we'd just have a conversation about it, basically. This is kind of my hot prediction. We'll see whether it comes true or not. But I believe, rather cynically, realistically, that the powers that be, Keir Starmer and Whitehall civil servants, will look to use the Huntingdon train attack to coerce, manipulate the public into accepting greater use of security, digital tracking, gates that you have to go in and out of, and just a clampdown on basic freedoms and luxuries that we've enjoyed for centuries whilst we didn't have barbarians living here. So just a conversation piece. What do you reckon?
Yeah, freedom of movement. That is something that the global cabal hates, wants to clamp down on, right? I mean, that's what the whole COVID thing is about, the freedom of movement. You know, sort of like one of the most fundamental things, like just general safety. Yeah. So the freedom of movement. Yeah. And of course, if they do decide that they need to put some sort of armed guard or whatever on every single train, I mean, that will cost an absolute packet, won't it? Probably train tickets will go up massively. Or whether it's just part of the ID card thing. They'll make the argument that somehow having ID cards will make you safer on trains, or whatever nonsense they dream up. Yeah, I mean, our government and many of the governments around the world are engaged in a process of taking civil liberties away from people, or at war with, like, your freedom of movement. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all. I don't think it's particularly cynical of you to think that.
Yeah, I mean, well, one, you raise a really good point, is that they wouldn't, the financial responsibility of having an armed guard on a train, that's just not possible. It's just not possible from a financial perspective, but it's also just not possible from the manpower perspective, because so many police officers that were in the armed, the armed response unit, they're just handing in their weapons now because they keep getting penalized when they've used them. Right? They keep getting, they get put through the legal ringer when they use their weapons, and it's like, well, who the hell would want to do that? Like, who in their right mind would want to do that? The only good ones left, the few good ones there, they do something, they protect people, and then, I don't know, lo and behold, maybe it's on a black or a brown person. People are like, racist. He shouldn't have killed him, and then that's it. The next few years of their life is completely ruined because they protected someone. So I don't think they'd have it manpower wise, to be honest. But yeah, I was thinking more from the digital ID perspective, not that it would help. I mean, clearly digital ID is not going to help anything, right? It's not going to help anything at all. But then again, cynically, I believe personally, my hot prediction is that in the coming days/weeks, you will see people begin to discuss this. I mean, I saw this, and I've seen other bits and pieces floating around where people have been raising the topic of security rather than the root cause of the issue. I mean, I do have to spell it out, like it's random foreigners, people that shouldn't be here, corroding our society, destroying it. Me with a voice break there, Jesus.
It's everything but address the real problem, isn't it? Like, because the Transport Secretary happens to be my actual MP, Heidi Alexander, and I saw
that thing.
Yeah, disgusting. And she happens to be one of those people, lo and behold, who will never, ever, ever address it. Would never, ever dream of addressing it. Yeah. So I saw a little 1 minute almost soundbite sort of clip of her, 2 minutes tops, and she's just talking about, you know, we want to reassure people that trains are safe. Just to let you know, these sorts of events are extremely rare. I mean, they're increasingly not that rare, are they? But these events are extremely rare,
every day now.
and it's our job to make sure that we put things in place like more CCTV to make sure people feel safe. And yeah, not a word about being invaded by foreign barbarians, even if they're second generation. Of course, nothing about that. Of course, they'll never ever address that, because
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's just insane. It's absolutely insane. Like, London has crime absolutely rife out the wazoo, and they've got estimated to have 1 million CCTV cameras. Oh, good. Oh, you're going to put more down, are you? Oh, fantastic. Good. Didn't help you find Hadush Kabatu, did it? CCTV cameras don't do anything. You had to rely on a tip-off from a member of the public to find Hadush Kabatu, the known sex criminal that was released from prison early. So, yeah, I don't care about CCTV. That's not going to do anything. Oh, well done. Well done. You've got some footage of someone after they've slaughtered people. Great. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Amazing. Round of applause. Ridiculous. But you see, like, this stuff in the article, and this is the rhetoric that you see beginning to float through, permeate through mainstream media. What security measures are currently in place on trains? We shouldn't even have to have this conversation. We shouldn't act. We never needed them. We invented the railway. We've never needed security on trains, ever. From their inception, we never needed them. Government officials said a surge of extra officers will remain at rail terminals until at least Tuesday. What's so important about Tuesday? Also, there's been photos floating around online today. There's no security anywhere. There's no officers anywhere. Loads of photos. So, well done. Just complete lies. With additional personnel focused on major terminals such as London, Birmingham, York, Leeds, Manchester, as well as Huntingdon. Why? Are you expecting something else to happen? That's a bit weird, isn't it? Bit odd. Police have also been deployed on East Coast mainline trains to reassure passengers. Doesn't really reassure people, to be fair. That's not really reassuring, but all right. British Transport Police patrol stations and trains, but they've got less than 3,000 officers. Well done, good.
Not that I ever see. Not that
I've never seen them, ever. So great. You know, they say they're going to have a high visible presence of police officers at train stations, blah, blah, blah. Our officers are there to reassure the public and to address any concerns they may have. No, they're not. But UK trains, however, remain one of the safest forms of public transport. For every million journeys made on the railway, only 16 crimes are recorded, according to the British Transport Police statistics. I'm pretty certain, literally in the last week or so, there was some sexual assaults on the tube. Are they not counting them as well? I mean, this stuff happens all the time. This is absolute nonsense. Every time I've gone to London, there's always been some crackhead just lounging around on the tube with his, literally just full laying out. I posted a photo to Twitter, actually, of some guy, some third worlder, just sat there, standing there on the back of the tube with his feet up, dirty feet hanging out, no shoes, no socks, disgusting, dirty urchin. So yeah, no, they're not safe. Actually, they're not safe at all.
No, there's I just, off the top of my head, there's loads of crimes go on, particularly on the tube in London. All the time. There was a story a few months ago where some woman was raped on the tube late at night. It happens all the time. I mean, anyone that lives in New York knows that their version of the tube, what is it, like the metro, whatever they call it, is just absolutely terrible place, really worrying place. And so one thing I'd say about this is there's London and there's the rest of the country, right? And because I'm a London lad, basically, London Borough of Havering anyway, but went to uni in London and worked in London for best part of 20 years. Right. Every now and again, if you go to one of the really big stations like Euston or Liverpool Street or Paddington or something like that, occasionally you'll see a couple of cops walking around. But that's it. Actually on the train, actually on the tube, never. Pretty much never, like 99.99% of the time, never. And as for going abroad, taking a train from London or from Bristol or wherever up to like Manchester or Glasgow or something like that, never see London Transport Police. There's a whole wing of the police, the British Transport Police, right? There's a whole wing of the police, and you never see them again. Every now and again, just strolling around somewhere really big like Waterloo, okay. But yeah, actually on the trains, essentially never. So yeah, this is bullshit. The idea that, for every million journeys, there's only 16 crimes recorded. There should be none. We should be a country where there's essentially no crime. We used to be a country that was very, very nearly zero crime. And I just don't believe that. I just don't believe those numbers, where they're getting that from.
Yeah.
No, there's quite often all sorts of shit that goes down, particularly in London, particularly on the tube, all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. But here, check this out, right? So CCTV cameras placed all over the trains are standard. Pre-boarding checks, which are standard for flights, are uncommon across the UK rail network. They're currently only employed at London St Pancras International on the Eurostar service to mainland Europe. The government has stated that airport style screening at train stations is neither proportionate nor practical. Fair. It's not true. Shouldn't even have to even entertain it, though. But again, they're calling on people to, the unions are calling on people to do more, blah, blah, blah. And I think what the end result of this, I think, is they will try to use this as a reason somehow for digital ID. Yeah. That's my hot prediction anyway. That's the long and short of it.
I mean, they say it's just not practical or proportionate or whatever, but I seem to remember under Boris, during the height of the COVID stuff, they were saying, you are going to have to prove your COVID vaccine status before you can get on a train. So, it was practical then, but not now. Okay. And yeah, as you say, the CCTV thing. Oh, great. You've got footage of the crime after the fact. Brilliant. Yeah, that really helps the victim after they've been murdered or whatever. Yeah, great. Oh yeah, it will help you catch the guy after he's done the thing. Brilliant. Yeah, don't worry about the causes of it. Of course. Yeah, when that works at all. So many people, they're caught on CCTV and the cops just don't follow it up. Right? How many phone thefts or car thefts or all sorts of thefts or violent crime, at least minor violent crime, are caught on CCTV cameras, particularly in London, all the time, and the cops just don't actually go back and find it and find the person. So great, more CCTV. Oh, yeah, brilliant. Well done. Slow hand clap.